So for the lesson 9 homework, I highly recommend, well, I require it actually, you watch these 3 examples. These are worked examples that I have done. And the reason I want you to watch them is so that you understand sort of what my expectations are regarding your homework, because they will look very similar to the steps taken in these examples. So your homework, again, here's the Word file. I'm going to open the PDF. So something to note, round your probabilities to 4 decimal places. If you are using the test statistic, the z-score, and then a z-table, be sure that you tell me, here's my z-score, here's the associated probability from the z-table, so I know where your p-values came from. And when you are interpreting your results, don't forget you need units and write complete sentences. Again, that's why I recommend watching those initial videos. So there's 3 questions that you will have to answer. The first about emergency waiting room time. So what kind of test are we using? There are 3 possible answers for the types of tests we're using. You're doing a proportion z-test. You are doing a z-test for means, or you are doing a t-test for means. And that depends on whether or not you have the population standard deviation or if our standard deviation is from our sample. So you will be identifying the type of test, identifying the assumptions for normality. So depending on the test, there are certain criteria that you will need to make sure that you have verified. Write the hypotheses symbolically, then find the sample statistic. This is your p-hat, sample proportion, or sample mean, x bar. Find the test statistic. This is your t or z score. And then the p-value, which is the probability associated with it. If you need, you might remember back in lesson 9, down here at the bottom, probability from a t-distribution calculator, and of the degrees of freedom, your t-value, which is your test statistic, and it will give you the p-value. If you need 2 tails, just do 2 tails. And I really like it because it also has an image of the distribution, so you can see where that probability is coming. So find those values here. Tell me how you did it. Write the conclusion, which is just reject or fail to reject, and comparing p to alpha. And then here is where you interpret that result in a complete sentence. Again, how to interpret it will be given in those examples. Second question is going to be very much the same, just a hypothesis test start to finish. The one difference here, write the hypotheses in words and then write them symbolically. So H sub 0, and then what do the math symbols mean? What are we actually testing here? And one other difference, you need to sketch a distribution that shows your p-value. So sort of like here's an image of that distribution. I would want you to sketch the similar distribution connecting the p-value to the distribution you're using. Once again, conclusion and interpret. And then this third question is going to be the same as the 2 above. So good luck and enjoy.